Andrew, what is clutter?
Yeah, very good question. Clutter is everywhere if you really stand back and look at it. What's happening is in business, there is a huge lot of activity that is not value added to the client or to whoever you may be talking to, serving or whatever. But it's what gets in the way. So you look at everything that gets in the way of your activity that you consider as value or the client considers as value, and it gets in that way, that is clutter. It shouldn't be there. It is really stopping your activity, and that's what they want. And you really need to analyse that and look at it.
So how then does clutter affect my business?
Yeah, well, clutter, not only does it take value away from the client, but it adds a huge cost. So you'll have to pay for that. If you can't find something, if you take time to get back to a client, if you have to make 2, 3, 4 phone calls instead of one, if you have to look around for things, that's going to add cost. So suddenly your business, bottom line, is vanishing by the second as you have clutter in your organisation. It's got to go. It's a cost.
Okay, so now that I know what clutter is and it is going to affect my business, how do I know that I need to deal with it? What's the thing that indicates that there is clutter in my business?
Yeah, well, a very good example per se, and actually it goes back to when I was young, where a teacher said to me, if you can't find something within 10 seconds, then maybe it's in the wrong place. And you know, there's a lot of truth in that. And if you take that one step further, how long should I take to find something? How long should it take to serve that customer? How long should it take to answer the phone? They're simple examples. But you drill that right down into all of your activities, and you'll find that it's taking too long to do these things. Then what? Then it adds cost. And then what? And then suddenly you're doing a whole lot of activity that you're not getting paid for. And suddenly, where's my business? It's gone. And that's the danger. And that's why I get quite passionate about this topic, because there's danger. It's fraught with danger. So if you can't find something instantaneously and add value instantly, then you have a problem in the business.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what can I do to eliminate that clutter?
Yeah, that's good, because this is the most important part of this, is that you need to have plan. What do you need to plan? Well, what's taking you time? Well, make a plan and say, this is what I need to do first. This is what I need to do. This is going to add value. So on that plan, that's all very nice, and a lot of people do plans, I admit. Then you have to implement it. And that is, again, a critical fact, is that you need to say, I am going to do this. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to try. So it's a decision that you make to implement. And then after the implementation, you need to then test it. Make sure that it is working. Make sure that your customer service has picked up. Make sure that your activity is more productive. So it is planning, making sure you implement, and then test it, I guess, is a good way. I am testing it. This is working. I'm getting more productivity. Hey, my clients are happy. Oh, suddenly I've got my business back. I'm happy. So that's the whole package of clutter, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, or unpackage the clutter.
And should I be looking at this kind of cycle on a regular basis? Or can I just do it as a one-off?
Yes. The last point that I did make was the test phase. It is important that you test it. Now, you say, yes, I have some gains here. That's your test. But that's one test. You need to constantly test. Why? Because I can guarantee that there is 50% of what you do is probably waste. And if you can eliminate 5% of that with your first action, what about the other 45%? So you need to continue to test and watch that you are getting results. Otherwise, you're back to where you started. So yes, very much so is my advice. Test, test, test. Action, action, action. Eliminate, 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 and add value is your big goal. Should be in highlights above your desk. Adding value, that's me,
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Okay.